We continue. Live, Erie Canal, Fairport, New York. Yesterday we had some technical difficulties that ruined our initial production. Now we shall continue, and you will recall there's the Erie Canal. You'll recall we were approaching the Parker Street Bridge, which spans the Erie Canal, coincidentally, right at Parker Street. We will now take in the grandeur of the moment, of the scene, of the place, and ascend the Parker Street Bridge. As we approach the stairs, you'll notice the intricate craftsmanship left behind on the masonry that makes up the stairs. You can't quite tell even where they are, so hidden are they. We shall move along and climb to a higher place. Note the ivy along the wall, taking us back a century or more. Here, the stones clearly not even remotely up to building code, but something the artistry of the craftsmen like to work on. Late into the night, clearly dark night when nothing could be seen. So here we're on the bridge going up, the birds a little bit ruining the picture there, but I'll just scatter them and there we go. Now we get a better view and we're looking all the way across the bridge. It's not that challenging. It's maybe 40 feet. And then we'll take in the grandeur, use that word twice, of the Erie Canal. Kind of a quiet morning. The boats still waking. People walking along, wondering, who the hell is that on the bridge? Well, that's really not their affair. So the Parker Street Bridge, ironically, named for one of the area's great artists when it came to fitting cars into very small places, be they parallel, diagonal, or just straight on parking spots. The Parker for whom this bridge is named, as I say, ironic in that nowhere along that bridge is it legal to actually park. But we'll leave that to the brilliance and ironic humor of the local townspeople, one of whom we just walked past, and the less said the better. They're a private group, or group of people. Up ahead, water, boats, some kind of a service vehicle, flashing lights coming toward us fast at a high clip. I'll just kind of wedge myself between the posts here and they're ripping along. I think I last left off in 1837 when the Erie Canal was completed and commerce could finally be established between the great port city of New York City, I think they call it, and Buffalo and points beyond by navigating the Great Lakes network of rivers, etc., etc. The town of Fairport, of course, was built like many others along the canal, taking advantage of immigrant Irish labor and others to build for them a new life in a new town. I'm trying to make sure we're still alive, and we are. The workers are busy doing worker stuff. And we come upon Main Street. which is to say, the main street of the town of Fairport. And hello, morning. And I think it's a good time to reflect a little bit insofar as we went to the lower falls last week, and it was nice. The water moved around a lot, and that kind of stuff is always catches your eye, nature. And we talked about the majesty of nature. But I think this week you'll have to agree that humanity is going to make its own mark in terms of artistry. And can nature really compare, for example, to the Main Street Bridge? It's a lift bridge named for the fact that it lifts and goes back down. But when they originally called it the Go Up and Down Bridge, it confused the local people. So they stuck with lift bridge. I think it was a wise choice. I think it really captured the better essence than the up and down bridge. Anyway, I think you'll agree that this canal, built, engineered, made use of by human beings, time immemorial, is the equal in majesty, beauty, and artistry of any waterfall you will see. So I think nature should really humble itself a little in light of our amazing human achievements. We'll continue past the rabble, and we're going to go under the bridge. I want to assure my watchers that it's perfectly safe, that the chance of this bridge collapsing in on me is infinitesimal. The danger of loiterers, as we call them in the business, coming together and posing a threat, very little. You can hear the echo, boom, echo, which tells you that we're in a safe place. These are called stairs, and we will use them one at a time. There we go. And that puts us back on level, just to keep you apprised, of where we are. I will wait in case the lift bridge does its up and down thing. I want to try to capture that, but can't always control being there in the moment. We continue along the Erie Canal, moving towards the town of Pittsford, away from the town of Fairport, and we'll conclude just a little bit up ahead. Here are some very nice Erie Canal apartments. Dazzling street lamp. Very ambitious building plans. And we'll get through the brush. And if you see to the other side, there's some kind of a sign for walking. Again, the local folks are private in manner and habit, and we need not engage in any kind of annoying chit-chat with them. Here we are. We're going to get our first taste of the law. And the sign here, no bicycles, skateboards, scooters allowed on docks. You would think that would be aimed more at the person with the bike, the scooter, or the skateboard than at the actual bicycle, skateboard, and scooter. But I think we can interpret that in their own clumsy way, that the local people prefer. Don't bring your bicycle, scooter, or skateboard. I leave it to the viewer's imagination what kind of world they're trying to create. So, as I say, we're looking west rather, towards Pittsford, beyond those trees. And I'll do a quick scan to the other side. The path runs only along one side of the canal. And stare back at Main Street.
Don't go that way, bud. Not that way. No bike riding on that.
Oh, this is great. We're seeing an actual enforcement of the rules. The child is clearly out of control. Well, we're not going to see his kind around here again. Now, this also is interesting. This may be the world's worst handicap ramp ever built. As you can see, it is a lawsuit ready to happen. Just taking any kind of a wheelchair down there is pretty inconceivable. All right. Wait, we have our other sign here in case you missed the other one. No bicycles, skateboards, scooters allowed on docks. It's an interesting thought, actually. I mean, they may... Oh, here we have no motorized vehicles. So if that child should want to up his game, it's not going to be here. Now, turning away from children, back to the action. Walk towards again down to the pier. You can see the water. It's a little dirty, turgid, disgusting, but it's the way people like it. Approaching on the water now, a boat. Knowing nothing about boats, I could not in any way describe what it can and cannot do or why it's doing what it's doing. Nonetheless, we do see a boat. Oh, I didn't plan this one, but we've got ourselves a duck. This duck could be from anywhere. It's obviously infested, so we'll keep a distance, but that duck, you can see, watch the feet, watch the feet. The feet clearly indicating it doesn't want any part of us. Okay, it's turning though. It's probably hoping for food. Scavengers rather. So, I'm not guessing that duck is going to do anything interesting for the world of the internet. So, we'll turn away as it turns away and make our way to the end of the pier, where, by all appearances, the live stream actually did not cut out this time. And so, this concludes our visit to the Erie Canal in Fairport, New York. This has been the Baranoff Experience. I wish you well. I will see you next week. Goodbye for now.